people will agree that we didn't hear enough stories from the most brave and the most courageous families of all. Families that are involved in organisations like Every Life Counts. And these are families who are told that their babies are very sick and may not live for long after birth. And they find the courage and the resilience to go on and to ensure that their babies are wrapped in care and love, however short their life is. And we're so pleased to have with us today Vicky Wall, who's an amazing woman, much admired and much loved by people around the country for the work she does for these beautiful families and these very courageous families. Vicky, great to have you.
Thanks, Neve. Great to be here.
Great to have you at the Rally for Life online. Now, Vicky, can you tell us how you got involved in Every Life Counts? Can you share a little of your personal story with us?
So in 2014, I found out I was pregnant, and it turned out that she was very, very sick. And the doctor just said to me when we found that out that she was incompatible with life and that I could pop to England.
Meaning to go and have an abortion.
Yeah, and that was it. We were just sent on our way on the train home with nothing else, no information, no nothing, but yet told not to Google. So I didn't Google, and I couldn't, get any information anywhere, and then I found Every Life Counts.
And you had Líadán. Tell us a little bit about Líadán.
Líadán was beautiful. She came early. She died before she was born, but she came at 33 weeks, and we got to spend time with her and make memories, and I always say it was always on her terms. That she would do what she was going to do, and we weren't going to intervene with that. And it was very precious. We spent time together as a family, and she really is a huge, still, even she was born 6 years ago, a huge part of our family.
Yeah, I've seen the beautiful photographs of her. She was such a little precious baby, absolutely gorgeous. And I've seen the beautiful little engraving you have on her grave, and it says, if our love could have saved you, you would have lived forever. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. I think to see all that love that you poured into her short life. And then, Vicky, I think it made you, from listening to your interviews, from hearing you speaking, it made you understand, having walked in other people's shoes and having walked that path yourself, exactly how much support was needed for those families and how little support was out there.
I was very scared and very alone. And I often said there was days I worried that if abortion was easily available to me, would I have taken that route? Because it's petrifying. You wake up and you don't know, is your baby going to live that day? You don't know if the baby is born alive, how that baby's going to do. And I found the only comfort I got before I found Every Life Counts was speaking to other mothers that had gone through the same. And that was the key thing. So afterwards, when my pain was extremely bad, which I didn't think I would grieve as much over a baby that I hadn't met, I vowed then that, I would make sure that I could help whatever, families that I could, that nobody would feel that alone and scared again.
And tell us, what does Every Life Counts provide?
So Every Life Counts, I kind of, I'm like, hi, I love you so much. Please let me come on board with you guys. And they provide so much. It's actually, you can't even say in one thing. There's a massive network of parents that have all been through it. It was set up by mothers for mothers and fathers, beg your pardon. And for a start, so the first thing is information. So we have a 24-hour, 365 days a year phone number that is answered all the time, and that's rotated between the mothers. And you can ring us, and even that first contact. Yeah. And then we will send you information leaflets, factual information leaflets on your baby's diagnosis. And then we just stay in touch with them. We provide boxes then individually. They're not one size fits all. They're all different for each family, because we get to know the families walking the journey with them. And then afterwards, which is very important, after baby is born, we support them through their grief, which is very important. Very important.
I know one mum who talked to me who had been through Every Life Counts and who had gained an awful lot from the support that you gave her, said that one thing that horrified her was that there was no counselling for her either before or after her baby was born, and that Every Life Counts got the funds together to help her with that.
We did. I mean, in the past 12 months now alone, we have funded counselling for over 10 women, and it's huge. I funded my own counselling, and for somebody that never used counselling before, I thought, I wasn't a believer in it. I feel it was what got me through. I needed that safe place to talk. Yeah. So it's great that you know, when we're talking to a mum, we can offer this service, and they really do appreciate it. You know, it's amazing that we can offer that.
And I know as well that a lot of the hospitals and bereavement midwives have been in touch, and that this is all part of the learning process, I suppose, for medical staff, that they're hearing at first hand from mothers, you know, what they actually need, the support that they need to continue with their pregnancy and to pour a lifetime of love into those few minutes maybe, or maybe days, or maybe weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. We do advocacy as well. So when parents go back to have meetings with the doctors or the midwives afterwards, we go with them to those meetings, or if they have a follow-up primo pregnancy, we call it, we'll go with them to those appointments as well, because it's very hard to be pregnant after loss. It's a very scary time too. So we're constantly there for any of that advocacy that they may need, and the midwives have seen that. They will contact us if they, you know, if they need something, or they even say, look, could you send us up a little box, or that we have a family. So it's amazing.
Tell us more about these boxes. I'm looking at two of the boxes here. Maybe we can open this. Oh wow, look at these. Can you talk us through this, please, Vicky?
Yeah, so I spent ages looking for a notebook, so just a simple notebook, a card. Then again, they're all kind of unique, but one thing we done this year is we had our very own art therapy colouring book made, and we had quotes put into it that all the mothers chose.
Oh my goodness,
all
that is
our
beautiful.
mothers chose the quotes to go into them, so it's very unique.
And this is a form of art therapy where mums can colour in the colouring book and think about their baby.
Yeah, and we were sending these out, they weren't our own ones, and they were like, I really love this book, you know, because you're coming home from hospital without your baby, and you know you should have your baby, and it's very difficult, so it does help. We always pop in beautiful storybooks for mum to read to baby. That's really important. We have a little pack with like a bookmark and a little bracelet that just tells all about Every Life Counts and what we do.
And what's in these envelopes? This is particularly important, I think.
Yeah, so this is how we give our information. So the diagnosis will be on it, and it's just so the parents can read it in their own time. It's very important that the information is given quite gently.
Yes. Can you open that and just show us what kind of information is available?
So this one is for a baby with anencephaly. So we would put in, we have stories there of babies with anencephaly, and just basically, you know, how to love your baby before your baby is born. And we always put in handwritten notes as well, and our helpline.
Trisomy, and they were told to go home and Google it. There wasn't a leaflet in the hospital to give them. Everything seems stacked against them, you know, against them choosing life for the baby. And when they read these beautiful leaflets, often sharing the stories from other families, giving them the facts that they need to know, and helping them to prepare for the birth of their baby, or helping them to love baby while baby's still in the womb, that's massively important.
The pictures we find are very important, because if you Google these conditions on the internet, the pictures can be very unsettling.
Yes.
And these are pictures of babies wrapped up with their mums and their dads, and it's very different. We also provide clothing, nice clothes to wear, so we always make sure we have enough clothing ready should they need it, and we have so many hand knitted items. We have great knitters that knit for us. They're all hand knitted items.
Vicky, are these volunteers? People knit these
All
for you to give to families?
They knit blankets, they knit hats, they also knit these as well. We give these are very important. So the little crocheted butterflies, crocheted, and one goes with baby and one stays with the parents then, and just a little card.
So very special, made with great love.
Oh, absolutely.
I see. Yeah. So every box is unique. Every box is unique to the family who's getting, because every baby is unique in this situation.
Yeah.
No matter how short their lives are.
And we do memory storage for them as well, because we do memory making, and if parents want it when they're pregnant or after baby is born, we go and we'll do videos with them, or do any memory making they want. We also have memory jewellery that's for mum and dad as well. So we've so much, like I said, there's so much to Every Life Counts.
I think what you're doing is incredible. Like, these are the most difficult cases, very, very sick babies, very, very distressed families. And what you're doing, you know, Vicky, I'm not going to spare your blushes, but I know people have described your work as, you know, angelic, that what you do restores people, it heals them, it lets them find that magic time of their life. So thank you from everybody watching, I'm sure too, the amazing work done by Every Life Counts.